Welcome back to Vette Vue. I'm Kyle McFarland. This time, we will be looking at a 1964 Corvette Convertible, which has an original 327 cubic inch engine and a manual transmission. This Stingray was recently up for auction on eBay. It was bid up to $45,768, but the reserve was not met. The bidding was very active. With 41 bids from 16 bidders, over a 3-day auction, there didn't appear to be any shill bidding. From the description, it states the following. This gorgeous 1964 Corvette Convertible has a numbers matching 327 cubic inch engine with a 4-speed manual transmission. It also has side pipes, redline tires and rally wheels. In addition, it has a new black convertible top. This Stingray has a nice body and a clean frame. It is painted in beautiful Le Mans blue with black interior. This Corvette is excellent in so many ways, from the factory-correct black interior to the factory-style side pipes that look incredible. Riding on a set of correct 15x6 rally wheels, with redline radial tires, this Corvette has a perfect look and stance. This Stingray has excellent glass all around, and an excellent laser straight body. The doors and hood have perfect gaps. They open and close perfectly. The interior and paint are a gorgeous looking color combo. The chrome, trim, and emblems are all very nice. Looking underneath, we see a clean, nice frame. This car is very enjoyable to cruise, a real pleasure to drive. A very sharp, numbers matching Corvette Convertible. Now, let's turn it over to George Spankel for his commentary on Originality.
Thank you, Kyle. This is a nice looking 1964 Corvette. The description claims there's a lot of originality to this Stingray, but there are quite a few issues, starting with the 1967 rally wheels. Next, when we look at the interior, we see a beautiful set of 1966 seats, but this is a 1964, so that's not original either. As you can see from this picture, this car has a 5,300 redline tachometer, making the engine in this Corvette a base 300 horsepower 327. But what do we see under the hood? Something that looks like the optional L76. So apparently, someone thought it would be a good idea to slap on an L76 induction system and matching valve covers.
Now George, couldn't that cause problems if the rest of the engine is mechanically mismatched?
Sure, Kyle. The L76 intake and carburetor are designed to put more fuel into the cylinders in order to make more power. If the rest of the engine is not built to the proper matching specifications, the engine can incur a catastrophic failure when someone tries to push the car beyond its limits. So, with that said, this engine should be returned to its original form. For that, the intake manifold, carburetor, air cleaner, valve covers and distributor all need to be replaced. While we're at it, let's not forget all the ignition shielding is missing and the radiator overflow cap is incorrect. Finally, as we have mentioned in previous videos, the N14 side exhaust was not an available option until the 1965 model year, although some claim it could have been a dealer-installed option on late production 64s. I can't verify that though.
Well, at least the original Le Mans blue paint doesn't seem to have any problems, right George?
Yeah, Kyle, the paint is a beautiful color, and I'm sure the original owner would have chosen it if it were available on the option list of colors for 64, but it was not, as you can see right here.
Is that right? I didn't realize that was the case for 64.
Yeah, that's right, Kyle. Le Mans Blue wasn't introduced for the Corvette until the 1968 model year.
Okay, George. Now that I feel like I'd been run over by a Mack truck, let's go to the parts rack with Jamie Colavito. Jamie, you've got a lot of parts for us this time, right?
Yes, Kyle. I have a lot of parts to show this time. Let's start off with the original 1964 wheel covers. Also available for 64 are the aluminum knockoff wheels. Now looking at the interior, we can see the 1966 seats. These will need to be replaced with the correct 1964 seats, like these. This Corvette will also need the correct manual shifter. which neither Kyle or George bothered to mention. What happened, guys? You're slipping up. Turning to the engine compartment, this Stingray will need a lot of parts, starting with the correct cast iron intake manifold. Then, a Carter carburetor will be needed, followed by a dual snorkel air cleaner. The distributor is also incorrect, so an original points distributor with tach drive will be needed. This Stingray is missing all of its original ignition shielding, so a complete set will be necessary to complete this restoration. Finally, an original 1964 radiator overflow cap like this one should be ordered to complete the engine compartment restoration. I've included links in the description below for all the parts which I have shown. By clicking on the links, you can go directly to a reputable Corvette parts distributor. Now, back over to you, Kyle.
Thanks again, Jamie. We'll try not to screw up next time. But this time I'm blaming George.
Oh, sure, blame me.
All kidding aside, we will now discuss our thoughts regarding this 1964 Corvette. So, George, what do you think?
Basically, this 64 comes up a little short. They say it's very original, but as we've shown, it needs quite a few items. It makes me wonder what they were thinking when they restored it. I mean, why would you go to all the trouble of painting the car the wrong color? If you're going to do that, why not just paint it purple with pink flames?
Well, George, I don't think anyone would do something like that.
Really, Kyle? Well then, what's this?
Yeah, George. I guess there's always going to be at least one out there.
Well, you know, when I look at this 1964 Corvette, I'm seeing sort of the same thing. They seem to have done this car any which way instead of the correct way. Then they expect to get more than the average price for their efforts? I mean, give me a break.
So I'm guessing, you don't think the $68,500 buy it now price is a fair price?
You gotta be kidding me, Kyle. With documented correct base engine 1964 Corvettes going for $60,000 on a good day, this mishmash incorrect Corvette was lucky to get bid up to $45,000. They should have taken it.
Well, once again there you have it. Please subscribe to our channel for more analysis of Corvettes for sale. You can also contact us at vettevue@yahoo.com. Special thanks to George Spankel and Jamie Colovito for their contribution to this video. I'm Kyle McFarland for Vette Vue. Hope to see you next time.